and that's where Metals found his footing. You start seeing Metals go off in this series, things could get really scary if you're an OpTic fan.
No, I agree with the term bang out. I think we're going to be blessed with another fantastic series here. Skyline's obviously great for both teams.
We've got OpTic, we've got Team Heretics on Skyline Hardpoint for our second semis. Let's get it on.
It's already a battle for these mid gunfights, and the ARs on the side of Heretics line up 3. You're trying to locate where the hell is Shotzi. He's an early underground route, thinking about the next play, thinking about the next hard point, but he's just trying to be a nuisance, already finds a double.
Superstar mentality for Shotzi after making Tom Cruise proud, looking for his final reckoning here on this semi-final stage. Hook inside the hard point, dealt with quickly by Super, who has had a very strong start, 5-2. Mercury's now getting even and trying to find a way to fight back against this Heretic setup.
And now if you're OpTic, you got to work your way across the map. So you already see number 1 on your mini-map, Mr. Hook, working his way through Kitchen. Shotzi challenging for that old time for the final 15. But a lot of pressure already through Piano. These gunfights are massive. Hook's able to win a one-on-one, trying to go for a 2-piece, but instantly gets shut down by Super. A perfect start for the young man.
Anterior muerto. Arriba Roca, échate un tiro. Otra vez sigue anterior Kitchen se cuela Roca, Roca izquierda. Y otro anterior. Son dos. Muerte izquierda uno. Otra designación, Piano. Van izquierda y arriba.
One shot on node.
Okay, I'm gonna refill.
One shot on node.
Look your underground. Look your underground. I'm gonna check your team.
You have underground?
No.
Yo, deep long. There's 2 going right. 2 going right.
I have right.
Nothing left. Nothing underground.
I'm holding close right.
Go left side.
There's one more top right. Dead. Another one right. Top to me. Nothing else right. I pushed out Kitch. Okay, first guy right. Okay, Metals is right. On the marble.
One shot top.
Fireplace Metals.
He's third right then. Right weak.
Right weak. They're in the corner. In the corner on you. Yeah, he's there.
One guy's left.
That's
One guy's
out.
They're on you.
Zip.
Yeah, zip it left.
Then
one
guy's
going. Piano.
In the back. Two in the back.
One shot. All right, one guy's piano.
Just calm down.
We're top T Real.
Nice, get up.
Top T Real.
I'm gonna hit left one time. I'm hitting left one time. It's a T in the time. Yeah, I'm trying another one. White pipe. Go front door.
Well, OpTic had the solid hold initially, but Super just in another takeover mode. 5 in a row, 23 and 17. Get Heretics right back in the hard point, and they'll take the better part of the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's been a superhero at this P2 HP.
We'll see their lead start to grow minimally as we get past the last 10 seconds. Over towards Heretics. This is where they were flawless last time around. P4 on the way.
It's all about the opening kill. Shotzi and Hook already combined for 2, but Rancor Metals instant response. So who is going to get the close spawns? Dashy wins a big one-on-one. No one is spawning near, but at least for your Heretics, everyone is near bedroom.
Dashy looking for a crossing angle, trying to stay safe. Riel wanting to try to challenge this, wins his first. Can Hook follow up though? He gets the opener, but not the follow-up. Shotzi looking to go quickly around the backside of Patio. Finds the trade on the Metals. Can he get a second? No, not going to happen. Heretics not fully spawning in yet. They're going to have to run their way back over. And how about Rancor behind the bathtub? He'll find one, Super another. Now the help is here, and Heretics take the lead.
And all of the map is cut off.
2:18 to 2:12. And wouldn't you know it,
you got through.
The guy you want to get through is Shotzi. Finds the first, looking for more. Knows he's got one. Oh! 29 and 23. Still has enough to take another fight, but doesn't need to. Mercules is there for help. Rancor trying to contest, but shut down by Hook.
And now it's Hook's turn to just hold down Kitchen as long as he possibly can. He is reading the pressure. He is playing the timing. Jumps on down, but Metals gets the better of him. And now OpTic have 2 players out.
Numbers for Heretics has OpTic vacated the hard point. Shotzi still alive and kicking. Has Riel in the corner. Good help onto Mercules. No! Metals gets 2. 25 seconds to fight. Both teams could technically still get this over the finish line here. 1v1 for the hard point. Hook able to find the win. Is there enough for OpTic to lock this in? Riel on the back. We're trying to wait for help, but he's not going to be able to. Last 10 seconds. Rancor for 1. Not going to get the second. Last chance. It has to be Super. But otherwise, we're going to see another hard point.
Do you get the tick? Do you get the tick at that old time? Because you at least have one player off the rotation. A big one-on-one. Mercules loses it.
2:49. Heretics have the numbers in the hill. and a trophy system to keep him safe. Full flood from the front. Do you predict this? Redcore gets the opener. Metals with the follow-up. It's just up to Mercules. He's going to get pushed back. 240, 249.
Last push for OpTic. Everyone spawning over towards that P2 side. Hook is going to invest on the route. It might be too long.
He's got to go. He's got to find some contesto from the front. Metals finds the opener. The flank is shut down. Instant classic. It's a 250, 249. Oh my goodness. It's pandemonium.
What an insane opening hardpoint between two juggernauts. A slow start there from the nuke. He tried to pick it up towards the very end. Forget about that map number one.
Indeed the case. And Shotzi's actually going to take an aggressive route off the rip over towards Burger. Whereas Heretics immediately into Jens and threw it. Hook in the way, but immediately counteracted. No problems there. Just a couple more delayed nades and stuns, and Dashy will be affected by that. So Heretics going to rotate their efforts back to A.
And now this is all on Shotzi.
Yeah.
He's thinking that the play is going to be over towards B, but they are still playing it very patient. They know that he's going to try to make a play, and Riyadh already opens up a 2.
And now it's just down to the last two players, both holding ARs. Mercules, a couple of shots, gives away his position over the top of B. Stun just to check to see if there's any sort of force towards the B point. Not going to happen. Riyadh already in towards shelves, tag down to low HP, trying to find a kill as Merc. He gets one, gets two. Oh, and he gets out of there. 2v2 situation. Bomb on the ground, quickly recover, but 35 seconds, got to make a play.
And they're both just ready to go. They are waiting. They are pushing their way through mid-street. The bomb goes down. Mercury's in the perfect position. The jump shot not good. The reach out not better. But it's a 1v2 now.
And he sees Super over the top. Clean shots to the 1v1.
3 HP.
He gets away and resets for the 1v2 in the ace. Both players waiting. Here comes Merc. Rancor in the corner. Has he seen him? Now surely he has, looking for the perfect angle. Merc's gonna hop on, and Rancor's got no problem popping out and finding the freebie, but wow, did Merc give him a chance.
Oh, that round should have not been that close.
Backside P2, looking to see if he can catch Heretics for a quick play, and he very well may. Yeah, Metal's gonna give the effort. Is there enough help here to push out Dash? He's down to half HP. Help on the way, though, from Shotzi, but he can't finish the kill, and first blood goes to the Heretics.
I love the non-commitment right there from the Heretics, because you know if Shotzi's backing up, someone is going to try to assist them. So you get the first blood. Still a lot of pressure over towards B Street. You can potentially isolate onto Dashy, and that's exactly what's going to be here. Can he win a gunfight? No, he does not, but it's a 2v2.
Map resets just a touch. Mercules working his way back over. Here's the door pop. First clean shots. Oh my goodness, Merc! Put that away. There are ladies present.
Keep your bomb carrier alive. Now with 45 seconds, OpTic with the man up, potentially on the retake.
They could smell each other. But again, like you're absolutely right. We're waiting to see how Shotzi clears the back of this point. Hoop checks the corner. Decent shots from Riyadh, but not enough. Now it's the 4v2. Mercules just trying to play the scout here, over the top through the cracked windows. Rancor underneath him. Metal's close by as well, trying to play off the previous bomb plant. He finds the first, but does not get away. Just down to one. It's got to be Rancor for the 1v3. First shots are clean. Looking for more. Does he get a look at another? But no, not going to happen. Hook right there to find the pinch. Plenty of time for the defuse.
A perfect tone setup, change-up right there from OpTic. At least for OpTic, they're trying to pull them on that side of the map so they can get a free roam into its A. But Shotzi walks right into 2 SMGs on that side. Gets picked off again. Now Hook thinks he has the opening, and he does. Guns the hell out of Rancor, 3v3.
That is not the way that play was supposed to happen. That was supposed to be OpTic thinking that Team Heretics were cutting back across courtyard. They weren't. Hook gets away with one, though. A tough gunfight evens the odds to a 3v3. Dashy just looking for any information. Metals, though, takes out his SMG counterpart in Hook. Follow-up, good from Riyadh, leaving it down to one Mercules tag, but resets 1v1 with Super.
Battle of the rookies. Mercules is able to get out, but time is ticking. Only 30 seconds. Bomb going to be down right next to courtyard. And Super with the repositioning, you're not going to be able to count him.
Oh, and he's getting proactive. Taking the space away. Super's got himself an SMG in the back pocket by the look of it. Merc up and over. Can he find the timing? He's able to find it. It just comes down to, does he get the gun up in time? And Mercules clutches up again for the 1v1. So now 3-1 the count. Heretics on the attack. Shotzi, messy over towards Steiner, but he's got help from Hook.
You know that they're going to be in towards DVDs. Do they decide to send it with a 4v2 or they're just going to keep on valuing their life? Who gets picked off for free?
Big pick from Super, quickly established.
30 seconds remaining on the game clock. Eventually, we got to work the objective, and now OpTic have them surrounded. Shotzi choose the perfect timing. 1v3, I already saw you, buddy. They need to match the aggression towards mid.
And that's exactly what we're going to get here, Jay. You call it like a prophet. Riyadh finds the first. Shotzi in some trouble. Looking for help, though, is Heretics. And Rancor will provide the trade, but he's by himself, and it's a quick round for OpTic. Now on map point.
It's insane how quick these adjustments are coming in, how fast they are getting a read of what is getting thrown at them.
Throw the playbook out. Let's just run forward, see what we can create.
This time, instead of someone getting picked off early, we're just going to instantly work the bomb plan and play for a 4v4 post plan.
RCXD in the picture, though. That's looking to clear things out by here. Over towards street side. Uh-oh, that could be deadly. And yeah, Metals takes a brute force of the damage. Follow-up RC in the way. But the numbers with OpTic. Nice team shots from Super and Riyadh. Post plant starting to tick down. 23 seconds on the clock for the 3v3. Hook trying to re-wrap this, and well, Riyadh's right there waiting for him.
Every single player from OpTic are waiting for them to run right into their crosshair.
And this is another round where you've got Mercules for free through driveway. So now it's just down to bait and switch for me here, brother. There it is. Perfect. I mean, that's textbook. Put it in the thesaurus of how to play Call of Duty. That was beautiful. Trades are even, though, 2v2.
Mercules does put down a couple shots, though, so Rancor knows at least the positioning of one player. And Dashy already finds a kill on the round, but instead of staying stagnant in his spawn, he's going to push through, and Mercules, unfortunately, couldn't make the right decision there. Big Brucey, most clutch player that we've had in quite some time. Can he get this one done?
Looking to get proactive here is Dashy. No, misses the timing as the playthrough laundry comes through, and the aggression from the Heretics starting to him out with a couple of rounds in a row.
RC's going to get invested. Just slow them down on the side of Miami. Shotzi takes so much space away from Berger, but he gets caught.
Yeah, and you should know that Mercules is still playing somewhere through the middle of the map based on his position top windows. Stun checks over towards Berger, gets information onto one. And Rancor is going to back away and reset this. And they're just going to leave Mercules alone. So you can stay there all you want. We're going to play for A.
That's all about this timing on this bomb plant. Does OpTic decide to send it in towards Courtyard or just wait? You have info onto Rancor, but 3v3, 40 seconds.
Is this all ARs that are up right now? Sure feels that way for Heretics. They're backing up pretty deep. Mercules again through the middle of the map. Wow, that's a lot of clean shots. Pushes Riyadh off. Rancor looking for a pitch. Shut down. Mercules gets the read on that as well. Unreal. So now to the 2v3. Last-ditch efforts here for Heretics. Riyadh finds Dashy off screen. Hook trying to re-clear the site. Does not tally up Super in the corner, but it's Mercules to the 1v1. How does Super choose to play this? Mercules trying to hold, trying to stick. Super gets there in the nick of time. Different look here for Heretics. Not playing with the aggression through A, going to back off and stack at Courtyard and look to see if Super can catch information on the transfer around, but it's going to be a quick plant for Shotzi here at A.
Yeah, hopefully OpTic went back and did their homework on their post plant, but that's not going to help. Rancor with a car bomb onto Mercules, strikes for the first blood. Now it's on Shotzi, 22 HP. He's going to get chased down, 2v4.
Dashy's seen, dealt with quickly by Super, who's now on 7. Hook. Does he have it for the 1v4? Gets the first, but nothing more. You leave this diffuse for Super and take a look at the streaks. He's got a hellstorm going into round 11. If Super hits the trigger on this hellstorm, he will get the pings of where everyone is, and yeah, that will push OpTic back just a touch, and here come Heretics.
This is going to allow Rancor to take so much space up through the middle of the street. Everyone working over towards B, as Rancor's going to try to trap them on the backside of Courtyard.
And it hits.
Super opens up with the opening kill.
Metals, is he going to commit for the plant? We've got a long route. Rancor finds another 4v2 situation, down to Shotzi and Hook for what would be one of the more dramatic comebacks. And Rancor finds another, just down to Shotzi. Dealt with. No mames. Are you kidding me?
Move on to the grand finals. Have a dance versus the Surge. This one, you gotta lock in for.
Opening break off over towards A. Semtex connects onto 2. Plus a stun check also lands. So Heretics full information on what OpTic's defense looks like. But Hook somehow miraculously pulls off a double. Shotzi's going to get over into position to try to block off some spawns, and it's going to leave Super by himself.
And that first segment doesn't get locked too, so
Mercury's trying to decide how he wants to play this. Goes down low. Doesn't need to get the angle over towards Riyadh. Instead has the perfect shots on the Metals. Following up off the spawn. Rencor right there. Damaged, and Mercules slides on forward to find the kill. Meanwhile, back over to A. Second tick of progress is locked, and Super continues to be in position to keep the clock paused potentially.
That's all he wants to do. Just stall out time, allow for his teammates to come off the respawn and open up with some gunfight, and that works out to perfection. Now you're jumping back on A to work for this third segment. Shotzi, not the preferred weapon for the occasion, and time is going to be extended. We gotta go, because that's already the first gunfight in favor of Heretics. There's a stack going on. A double stack. Second segment is already locked.
Third's halfway there. Dashy trying to get over through T. Not going to happen. Is anyone able to challenge this? Hook will fall. Riel on 3 in a row. Resets over to the AR. Shotzi trying to make his way over, but no. Shut down. Metals by himself. The contest comes through for just a moment. OpTic going in 1 by 1. Nade over the top lands, but not onto the force of the Heretics attack. And how about it? Team Heretics take the first offense.
2 players already accounted for. One sitting over towards well. 1 person is still missing, and that's going to be the nuke. Trying to find an opening. 2 top secret. The player's off the to get a trade, but Super again lines up a double.
The life is getting sucked out of the lungs of OpTic right now. You can feel it as Rencor just holds down the trigger and finishes off Dashy. 25 plays 21, and this just feels like OpTic are out of sorts right now. A lot of individual gunfights not going their way. Waiting to see when he wants to peak this. Stun check will reveal his position. Second member on the zone. That's Shotzi. Mercury's pushing forward, only finds 1. Second tick gets locked up. Hook cleaning out the window. Clean for the first. Tries to drop down low into connector. Good read. That's now an opportunity to get the extra 60 seconds, and Hook is already putting pressure onto A.
Shotzi with the repositioning. I'm going to be top office. You just saw me at 10. No, the movement too good. First segment about to be locked. It's a double stack. You're forcing the Heretics to work that OE, and Shotzi had to cut off.
He's playing CEO right now inside the office. Riel and Metals able to find a couple to try to limit this OpTic attack on A. It stops at a tick and change on this zone. Hook getting back to work again though on 3 in a row. Halfway done. Help nearby for Mercules. Long routes being established by Heretics trying to surround the point, but this is taking time. Rencor finds the first.
It's been quite some time since anyone got a gunfight in their base, but Riel and Metals were already pushed out behind enemy lines. Now going to be able to put the other 2 players on the side of OpTic in a spawn trap, but Shotzi trying to do it on his own on 5 in a row.
Spawn traps on either side. Clean shots from Shotzi on 6. Off the reload, has Rencor in front of him. Doesn't like the look of that gunfight and just gets out of dodge. He will survive. Here come OpTic out of the spawn trap, immediately on towards A. They're gonna go for the stack, and no one's gonna get there in time. Huge call for Ant to wrap back, join the troops.
All of the Heretics are just trying to stall out time for Riel to get into the play. You're not gonna be able to read this if you're OpTic. A freebie number 1 for Riel. He knows that they're also gonna be a player sitting on the top side of Plat, but you don't have to commit. The stack is good enough to lock in this second segment.
He's gonna force it. He's gonna force it. Able to find the first. There's a second one nearby and gets away. Rencor able to give him the support. That's gonna be 3 down. Hook for 1, but does he even have a chance to contest this? Doesn't look like it, as OpTic have spawned towards Boathouse. Nades will not get there in time. And honestly, it's just a couple extra kills that get tallied on either side, but OpTic come out the benefit, finding Super. That will slow down the play towards A.
Now Rencor is already out.
Has to keep his life, while on the other side, Riel's getting to work playing over towards open, and he found a 2-piece. Now it's just down to, can these last 2 OpTic defenders do enough damage over towards the spawn trap? And Mercules says absolutely.
Yeah, he just has to stay alive because Shotzi's gonna fall. So Mercules, the only player pushed out. I love the play. Works his way around Garage. You're not gonna be able to read this if you're the Heretics, but the same thing could be said for Riel on the opposite side. He wins 1. 10v9, 23 seconds, the game is paused.
And Mercules will drop. Shotzi would have to try to clear the zone out. Finds Rencor for free. That puts pressure onto the clock for a moment. 22 seconds is where it stops at. Who can find Super for free? Now it's just down to who can actually touch this. Metals on the jump. Who try to clear out the windows. Mercules joining him. 15 seconds. Mercules finds another. And it's the last couple of lives here for Heretics. They're going to have to try to wait best they can for all 4 to get back onto the zone.
They just need 1 person to pause the game clock, but the 2 initial kills make it the 3 initial kills, lead to no more respawns for the Heretics. OpTic are showing life 2 rounds in a row. If they want to go on defense just in case it gets to round number 5.
Oh, you got to be thinking though, OpTic are like, let's get this done here. Head to a rewind hard point. take care of business and see if we can get this thing to 5. Good start here for OpTic as Mercules finishes off the kill through the wall. Super up top scene, dealt with by Hook. Good team shots in play. Second tick of progress looking like a guarantee as Hook's on 5 in a row with the killing spree. He's looking for more, shut down. Second tick locked though. And how about the quick transition? OpTic say, hey, look at us over here. A little sleight of hand trick. We're back over to B, but Heretics right there. Lock in step with them. Find at least an opportunity to contest, but Ashley's still alive on the point, trying to get the first tick done. Contest in, dealt with, and depletion will come through.
Final 25 seconds.
Oh, mercy.
You need one more segment to guarantee yourself defense.
Oh, what a look at this from our ops team with the free cam. Metals is just foaming at the mouth. He's found 2. He's gone rabid. Looking for the last one. It's Shotzi trying to keep the clock at a pause over towards B as soon as he feels like he can get on. Metals in the corner though. Oh, Metals! Are you kidding me? Almost leaves planet Earth with that last one. But Shotzi stays alive. Contest is in. Heretics trying to survive through the side. Tick is locked. Shotzi finds another. This isn't done yet.
It's not done yet, but there's still 2 players from Miami who might have a say in this. Riyadh able to get one, but not the second onto Dashy. But Rencore and Super fly on in. You get that segment. Now it's all going to come down to the kills.
Shotzi's going to put the clock to one last pause. Doesn't win the 1v1, and that will do it. Shut down by Rencore. Trades are even though. OpTic with the slight numbers advantage, heading back quickly over towards B. Metals up top, trying to work this pinch with Super. Riyadh doing what he can to contest for as long as humanly possible, and now the pinch is all of a sudden in play. Rencore cleaning things up, just down to Hook, who gets shut down by Rencore, and it's all 4 down. Super in the spawn.
Super on 4 in a row, knows that everyone is going to walk right into his crosshair, makes it number 5, but instantly is going to get traded.
Shotzi has a route through open. Super gets to work, depleting most of the progress on that 3rd tick at A. Mercules again gets shut down. Shotzi can't finish off the first, but has a second chance at it. Super through the hallway, continues to get us in a back and forth. 16 v 13, 13 seconds on the clock. Here we go.
We gotta pause the game clock. Dashy wins a one-on-one. Hook already is gonna be aware that someone knows his positioning, but OpTic are winning gunfights through mid. You're gonna force Heretics to put a lot of focus on A because they need a slither to extend the time.
Here they come for the stack. Riyadh, little firing range, but Mercules gets the point. It's all 4 dead, but an extra 60 seconds gives OpTic one last chance. But he doesn't have a look at anybody. He's got eyes on Metals, but the clock is starting to tick in his ears. Here comes the play. He's able to find the kill into Metals. Now turning back around, has Rencore seen over towards Tid. OpTic from the front, just need to deal with Riyadh. They haven't found him yet, but Shotzi makes the play. That's going to be 3 dead. 7v8. First tick looking good. Big win for Merc. Everyone for the spawns of Heretics are coming off staggered. Second tick is going to be done. Rencore trying to clear out topside office. Metals on the way in. He's able to find one, but not the second. It's 1v1. Just down to Super. 1v1 potentially for the game. Stun comes through, it lands. He's waiting. The contest comes in. Last lives. Nade from Hook lands. Shotzi, a little pinch. Able to find it all. And OpTic extend the series. And it's just pick a stat line. I mean, what are we talking about?
The nuke is what I'm looking at. 4K damage.
You only need 3 fingers to count the amount of point differential in these first 3 maps. Opening first blood goes to Dashy. Shotzi looking to push out the corner off his Semtex. That works. Rencore trying to work with Super to try to battle back as his teammates are coming off a spawn, but staggered kills coming through as Dashy is just in the firing range right now, and Hook will force the issue forward.
And this is the perfect break off there for OpTic. You're spawning on the preferred side. Dashy locking everything down through the mid street. And you win the initial gunfights for at least 13 seconds to start off at this P1, but final 25 seconds, Dashy, the best pistol player I've ever seen in this world.
He's a weapon.
Doesn't even need to use it, with his teammates having his back. Final 15 seconds, they have the rotation that they want for new as well.
Yeah, Dashy needs a gun. He's already burned through all of his initial AR ammo. Trades back and forth come through, but OpTic will bounce back, try to reset the rotation to P2, and we'll jump over to a Bravia Listened to catch the comms with OpTic.
We're spawning.
One shot mid door, is P1.
Moments of heroic efforts over towards the backside of P2, but the rotation stifled as Heretics really start to awaken now. Riyadh finds an opener outside street and is still taking a couple of shots otherwise, but Super, little Omni movement showcase, gets shut down, leaving Riyadh essentially by himself, but Super spawns up. Oh my goodness. OpTic don't get the benefit of staying around the hardpoint, leaving Mercules as the sole defender of the hill. but he's got himself a pretty decent position. Trades are awesome for the side of OpTic, and a flip comes back, or does it? Riyadh still spawns close. Shotzzy doesn't expect it, and now it's just down to how long can Riyadh stay alive.
Hey, you got to play for him. Mercules, you cannot leave this guy here because your teammate is now going to spawn all the way across the map. Shotzzy's giving you info. There's pressure through the mid side, and Mercules wins a big one-on-one. Almost finds a second, but the pitch is good enough for a slight break for the Heretics.
Tug of war back and forth, 50-50 as Beepers continues to rage war up towards Jens. Maybe beats the timing here of the nade. Metals doesn't see him laying prone. Mercules finds the kill, and now Shotzzy can make a play forward. On the backside flip, can Shotzzy get two? Oh my goodness! A little pirouette for a double. And OpTic will immediately flip the spawns around to Shotzzy, get information on another! Oh, mercy!
A 20-point difference. All of the Heretics trying to find their way in towards this hard point, but you got players pushed out on angles you're not expecting. Shotzzy all the way up through Burger, lines up another double. He came alive in this game. Give me kill number 3, but he's weak. Doesn't matter. We basically have a tied one.
This is Shotzzy saying, I'll do it my damn self. 155 to 155. Heretics a bit split on the map right now, putting some focus on the hard point while also trying to get some rotational damage done. 2 kills come through, Vacant 3, that's all 4 dead, spawns out for OpTic.
Oh, and this is a very crucial moment in the game. Heretics are gonna lock in this final 15, and you're forcing all of OpTic now to work that rotation. Shotzzy, it's on you. The player in courtyard to potentially find an opening. You get the player off hold. Now Shotzzy needs to get one.
He catches Super with the nade out. Trophy system in place, but
oh my God,
is just doing whatever he wants. Turn for Hook good. First significant lead for OpTic in a while. But Heretics aren't done yet. Hook putting him in their place. Follow-up good for the ARs of OpTic. They're gonna break the 200-point threshold.
This is all their time. Now you're going to the contest fest at P5. Heretics last time really couldn't make up in a difference. It was a 50-point lead when they left P4. It was a 50-point lead when they left P5. You need a good chunk of time here. You need to find kills and chain.
Long route from Shotzzy, but he has an AR. Still in the hard point is OpTic. Cannot win here, but boy, can they get close. Nade for Super connects. Shotzzy is off the reload, though. Not able to take down either member, though, from the Heretics. And now we take our focus back over to P1 with Mercules playing through the exit, looking for everything, but Metals will back down.
They only need 14 seconds. Heretics have one last hoorah push, and then initial gunfight goes to Dashy.
Mercules backs away. OpTic still in the hard point. Here comes the final approach. Mercules finds the first shutdown. Super's got to find a way to get in. You want him at 5? Let's go again. Oh my goodness.
The single best day of Call of Duty all year.
World champions across the stage. They already are the aggressors, setting the tone early on. Instant 4v4 post-plant setup here at A.
Super had been a scene, I believe, over towards field side. Nades to clear out tower. Some of that actually lands onto Shotzzy. And then Riyadh gonna take a long route instead. Being watched by Dashy. Proactive play from Shotzzy, finds the first. Help onto maybe a second as Rencor stuck over towards Spiral. You need Riyadh. You need him right here, right now. He only finds one, though. And now the focus goes back over to Super. Only 20 seconds left.
It's 2v3. Both players from the Heretics trying to work through big door. Shotzzy's going to be out of the play. You have to contest these fights now.
What a reset. Shotzzy's way out. Can just come back over as soon as only 7.5 that are left, but Shotzzy's able to find the first. No time to defuse. Super just playing for the final kills. Can't even get those. OpTic strike first.
It's good enough to spot the guy close mid.
Yeah, he sees Riyadh down low. So mid-map will be open. Metal's able to find Dashy, and Mercules is in some trouble now as the B site is wide open. Shotzzy also dealt with on the long play. So it's just up to Merc. Can he delay this plant a little while longer to get Hook into the play?
Oh, Hook's find one. Still a 2v3. Bomb is going to get planted.
See Super.
Trying to isolate onto Super, set up Hook potentially for this one.
They know that Renkor's over towards Heli. Can't find him. Rencor finds the easy first, just down to Hook. Had to be a 1v3 in the ace, but Rencor just playing the spectator over all of this. A little bit of team fodder coming through. The team shot's perfect, and Heretics for spot.
None other than Shotzzy. Already putting himself in a very good position. Riyadh strikes with the first blood, though. Yeah, that's bomb player.
Yeah, Shotzzy's got to go quickly. Oh, Renkor's got a knife out. It reacts perfectly. Merc was able to make the numbers a little bit more manageable, 2v3.
Bomb is now going down.
Finds Super for free, 2v2. Breaks the glass. Riyadh will drop and join Metals to retake over through tower side. This is a bold challenge, though, especially with Mercury still in position here. Riyadh will go up top. Metals will wrap around the sidewalk. Dashy has backed up. This first contact is everything, and Mercules has the freebie. Sure does. And how about it? Dashy follows up behind it. A massive bounce back 2v4 for OpTic.
Unreal. Eventually where the retake is going to come on in. The objective is going to go down. Hook trying to be the island player. At least trap them towards the back.
Bomb planted. OpTic have to essentially retake their side of the map as they spawned in. Hook doing the dirty work by going deep. Mercules finds another one for free. Knows that Super's pulling in the corner. The hit markers Ortiz said he wants the pistol, but Redcore comes to supply the support. Hook around the back now, working with Shotzi. Both SMGs in play. And this is going to take time. And no, Riyadh meets him there. Shotzi able to find one, but not the other. Super clutches up. Keep both bombs as an option. That's the last thing you want is for OpTic to keep dominating you over the top of mid-gun. This time, no wasting.
Bloodbath.
Yeah, trophy system does deny the stun, leaves Shotzi and Dashy for the first two. The play for the defense through mid-door not going to work out. Shotzi also reveals off of a stun of his own, but Super still finds one. Difficult, though, for Redcore. Seen already over towards backside stairs. It's going to be a 1v3 A-plant.
No stun, no nade. Redcore's not going to stand any chance unless they give him one for free.
Nope. Yeah, very similar offensive look here for Heretics with Metals. AR with the bomb. Trying to peek over through the bottom side of A, but Shotzi just gets isolation over towards the top side of the map. Hook was there to supply the support if there was an AR to check, and it's now all of a sudden an early 4v3 for OpTic.
Yeah, Riyadh there was thinking that Super had his pinch. He had the tower control, but he was playing it real safe in the spawn, and now get out of here. Shotzi for a double. Insane. With the way that he is playing in these last couple of maps, give him the ace. MVP Shotzi is on point.
Well done. Defense for OpTic. Going to pull a page out of the Heretics defensive playbook as they try to hit their big door. Super delayed play coming on the backside of it. Finds the first. Dashy still trying to hang on towards this trophy on tower, but Super puts him in the dirt. Mercules, though, proactive as you could ever imagine. Oh. Finds at least one trade. Now has an SMG to work with. Tries to change things up. Has his health back and will reset the fight to the 1v2.
Head on a swivel now if you're the Heretics. The bomb is going to get planted. Does the rookie have an insane momentum?
Nade over the back. Not going to tag. Has he beat the timing here? Finds the first. Looking for the 1v1. Once again off the reset. Oh! A 1v3 for Mercules! Unbelievable! What an absolute mental boon now for Heretics. It's the same setup. No trophy this time, though, for OpTic. Stuns are going to land. Metals trying to play a shoulder. AR's pushing him back, and Mercules continues where he left off with another first blood. 4 in a row. Shotzi weak, and OpTic say, yo, back up. Let's play the numbers.
Reset it. 4v3. No need to take any more risks. Riyadh already putting out shots against caught by Shotzi. 4v2. Let's get an A.
Absolutely the call. It's down to Super and Redcore, and how often have we said that? The two new guys in. 28 on the clock. Super and Redcore trying to work their way together. Hook finds the first. Redcore shut down, and OpTic have a chance